Hello, this is Arthur Hill with StockCharts.com. You are tuned into a video edition of the Mailbag. And today a user writes in asking what's the difference between normal colored candlesticks and solid candlesticks. So before we look at the solid candlesticks, let's look at normal colored candlesticks and show you what we're seeing. This chart shows eBay, and I've got the up days in green and the down days in red. So what does that mean? Well, it basically means a candlestick is going to be green when the close is above the prior close. And see, all these green candlesticks means the close was higher. A candlestick is going to be red when the close is below the prior close. So you can see all these red candlesticks mean the close was down for that day. Now the other option is the relationship between the close and the open, and that tells you whether a candlestick is going to be hollow or filled. So here we can see a filled red, and that means you had an open up here near 54.5 and a close down here near 53. So the close was well below the open, and that's why it's filled. On a hollow candlestick, you can see you have an open near 51.5 here in early November and a close near 53.30. And so you had to move up after the open and a close above the open, so it's hollow. Now there's two candlesticks that stand out on this chart. One is a hollow red, and you can see here that means you had an open down here below 50.5, but then a close above 51. So you moved up after the open and you closed above the open. So that's why that's hollow. But you can see the close was well below the close of the prior period. So that's why it's red. The second candlestick is a green filled candlestick. And that means you had an open way up here above 52. And even though you moved above 53 during the day, you closed below 51.5. So you moved down after the open essentially, and the close is well below the open. So that's why it is green and filled. And you can see it's green because the close was well above that prior close of the prior day. All right, now that we understand that, let's look at solid candlesticks. And keep in mind these two that I just pointed out, the hollow red and the filled or solid green. All right, now we can see that we've got something that has changed here on this chart. First of all, there are no hollow candlesticks. And that's because we chose the solid candles option at the bottom under the chart attributes section, just under the sharp chart. And that means all candlesticks are going to be filled. So what governs the color of the candlesticks now? Well, there's only two rules, and that has to do with the relationship between the open and the close. We are no longer concerned with the relationship between the close and the prior close. So the only two rules are it's going to be green if the close is greater than the open. And you can see here that our red hollow candlestick turned into a green filled candlestick. And the second rule is it's going to be red if the close is below the open. And so you can see here we now have a red filled candlestick. And that's because you had an open up here above 52 and a close here. And that is because it moved down after the open, so it is red and filled. All of them are filled. And so when you choose these options, you need to check the solid candles option and need to choose your colors. And let's take a look at that. All right, here's an actual picture from the Sharp Charts workbench. And if you scroll down just below your Sharp chart, you're going to see the color options. So I've chosen candlesticks, and I chose an up color of green, and you can choose a down color or it will default to red. And then you can see the solid candlestick box. And I'm checking that box to create solid candlesticks. And of course, you click update and you will be given your new solid candlestick chart. So the solid candlestick option is for traders that want to analyze the relationship between the open and the close, because that is what it is capturing. So if you want to know what is happening after the open of trading, I would suggest you try these charts and see how you like them. And that concludes this video. Thanks very much for tuning in, and have a great day.